there's a bit of market failure here, and the private sector will fund things that make a rate of return. Some things in medical research make a rate of return, but some don't. If you find the cure for malaria, will it make $1 or won't it? It occurs in many of the poorer countries throughout the world, so it may not. So you rely very heavily on government support and the support of major philanthropists, for example, the Gates Foundation. But the other thing about medical research is you can't just, click your fingers and say, we're going to find the cure tomorrow, or it'll happen the day after tomorrow. Medical research is very long term. Very long term. The cure for Alzheimer's is not going to be today or next week or the month after. And so it takes patient, long-term research and investment. And that's a role for government. That's why government does those things. That's why government does some of the things that the private sector won't. And so it's a public good. At the end of the day, if you can find something that will cure melanoma cancers, that's a public good. It's a huge public good. If you can find something that cures malaria, it's a huge public good. And governments, quite rightly, should be funding public good activity. So I think, for all of those reasons, and the other one obviously is the biggest area of health spending for governments today, of spending for governments today is health. It's the biggest part of the budget. For state governments, it's close to 1/3 of all outlays. So again, if you can discover a treatment, or a treatment for diabetes, a cure for diabetes, or something like that, the benefits in terms of straight out budget outlays for a government are going to be enormous. So that for all of those reasons, it's front and centre, a government responsibility.